Hey. Oh, whoa. Whoop. There we go. Wait, what's going on? Everything's not right with the world. You can see the real world. I gotta fix that. There we go. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All. I hope everybody did not see the real world right behind me and go focus on Edgeworth right there. Of course, we come back to perfection. We come back to the man himself. And also, I'm waiting on food to show up, so I'm gonna be like playing and looking for my food on the way. Alright, so how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good night so far. Let's go check on Edgeworth since he showed up out of the blue. I told you the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth had gone and died. Mr. Nick, I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. Wait, did I change my layout in the last few days? Well, the only thing that's changed is that the sloth that was on the bottom left is now on the top left. I changed the sloth. The sloth is holding up a little stocking now. And yep, it's the last case. Where have you been the whole time? Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. Is the power to find the truth. So wait, you was at a con, don't judge you? See, but you were at a con. Wait, BronyCon, right? You were at BronyCon. The last one, right? The truth? How was it? Tell me about BronyCon. I'd like to hear about it. It was the last one. Did you get to see no whacking there? I hope you got to see no whacking. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with the info. Just what is going on inside Edgeworth's head? We gotta take a peek in there. We gotta do a Tomodachi lifestyle where you can peek in their head like, ching ching. Like, oh wait, it's empty. A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record as a proof of von Karma. It was good and no whacking was in a couple of panels you went to. Did you get to like, say hi to no whacking at least? I mean, from what I saw on No Whacking's Twitter, he had a lot of fun though. It looks like there were a lot of fun, a lot of tears, but that's good. You went to a con and you had a good time, so that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Conventions are fun though. Conventions are very fun and I love them so. It'd have been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Ouchie. I see, then let me ask you something. You cosplayed as Hat Kid? CB cosplayed? That is awesome! That's awesome! Cosplaying is awesome though, and so many people wanted a picture cause you cosplayed as a wonderful character! Come on, tell me you did the smug dance though. You had to do the smug dance. Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. People did ask you to smug dance a few times. Yes, good. That's so good. That is crazy adorable indeed. What's good? You cosplayed and you had a good time at the con. So that's great. To save your client, you say? By the way, before I forget to mention, Balloon, thanks for the 20 bits. And yes, thank you for telling me that I reached 8,000 subs on YouTube. It's kind of a crazy deal that I went that far. I would have never thought I'd make it that far though. Even though I've been making videos for years, but it's a high number. I never went that high before, so it's still very exciting. If you look up Hat Kid BronyCon on Twitter, oh, so I'll get to see the very mysterious CB online then. Edgeworth, have you seen my badge? Alright, he's still as stuck up as ever. What about this gossip land? Not really. What can he tell me about anyway? The transceiver. Not even the killer transceiver? Interesting. Let's see. Oh, the crime photo. Okay, he says that's useless though. He says that's very useless. The crime photo is very useless. We are looking into leads, but we can only look into a few key players with our limited resources. Oh, only certain people, I guess. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto, though. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Wow, Kasai was really quick about it. Kasai was like, be right back, I found her. I found the lady called the CB. Well, that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't take things at face value when there's more to be found. What about Adrian Andrews? She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. I feel like it too now. What about yourself? Aww, he thinks there's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. But it's you though. We can't take time to look into you, Edgeworth, really? This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impax died. Celeste Impax. I'm trying to figure out if there's like a pun to her name, but no, that's bad though. Celeste Impax. Impact. There's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing, no one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Somebody ate it. Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? Well, how do you know Miss Impacts had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? Oh. By the way, everybody, how's the audio? Is it okay? Is everything looking alright on the stream? No problems at all? If there are any problems, be sure to let me know, please. If there's anything I can fix, I would love to know. Good? Oh goodness, they have to show us that? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her note. Mr. Kurita hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1 anyway. Part 1? Part 1 of 20. Oh goodness. But let's check over that suicide note. Oh, it's just this. That's it. Alright, just part 1 of it though. I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name, Adrian Andrews? Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. This Andrews. Dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. An attempted suicide? Oh my goodness. This just gets way more and more dark every time. We don't need to talk to you, though. Pearl, you should be fine. I don't know why she's coming with us everywhere. Isn't it crazy dangerous for her just to follow us? Like, really now, I'm sorry. She shouldn't be here with us knowing about this. It's crazy. Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here. That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her. And she has that psych lock on her heart, right? Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. Dang it, where is she? Adrian Andrews! Where is Miss Andrews-san? I don't see her anywhere. Maybe somebody else might know about the report? Do you know anything about this report? Nope. Oh, she's a journalist. I have the suicide note. Oh, I'm just a journalist. I don't need it, though. Suicide note. You, journalist. Suicide note. I don't understand. I'm a journalist. I don't understand this stuff. Sorry. I don't know about suicide reports. Doesn't anybody here know about suicide reports? You want to read it, too? Nope, she doesn't like us, so suicide reports don't work with her. I guess nobody wants to know about a suicide report. That's awesome. Pearl? Do you want to know? No? Okay, that's cool. Nobody needs to know anyway. Maybe you might know? Dude, I know you like to throw money around, but I'm not gonna buy that suicide note. Nobody wants to know about a suicide note. Fantastic. Let's see, do you know anything about the wine glass? I think I tried this last time, but I guess it didn't work. Oh wait, Celeste. What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life. I'm calling the police to get you out of my personal life. Now, if you excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention. Who in the world are you gonna eat with? The security guard? The guards are like, yes, finally. I can finally blink now. Mr. Nick? The Celeste Pax lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. Did he just duck down under the table? It's like, hold on, I'm gonna take a call. I'm just gonna take this call. Alright, Mr. Lawyer, I'm gonna take this call real quick, okay? Alright, I'll see you later, okay? Hello? Hello? Lunch? Yes, rat. Yes, you rat. You wanna eat with me? Cool. The rat was a very friendly fellow. We ate lunch together. Ate some seeds off the floor. Don't even think those were seeds in the first place. I don't think Pearl will know anything about Celeste, so I'm gonna skip on her. Oh no, I don't want to show the badge to her. Maybe if I show everybody who Celeste really is, it might work. Oh, she doesn't want to talk about Edgeworth? Her darling Edgeworth, come on. Okay, that doesn't work either. I don't want to know about her measurements. Will you stop saying that stuff? That's gross. Let's head back to the hall. Maybe Mr. Powers might know. Nope, he does not know who Celeste is. I mean, I can go back to On Guard and talk to him about his lunch date with the rat. No, she doesn't know that either. Okay, since I talked to On Guard about her, maybe if I go back she'll appear? Nope. I was hoping she would appear again. Somebody has to be somewhere. Let's see, maybe if I present something else to her, like Edgeworth. Nope. Let's see, by the way, you managed to beat 3 houses Blue Lions route in a little over 39 hours. CB, you already beat a route? That's amazing. I'm still like early in the Golden Deer route. As you saw, I only released episode 4 of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. How many did I record so far? 8 episodes. So there's 4 I still have to edit. The game is fun though. I'm really enjoying that game though. Oh, it just shows adults, even me. Oh wait. Hold on, I don't really care if I'm heroes or whatnot. Oh, I see. And shows they got for kids, those adventures are just plain old boring. Now adults, we get more caught up in the messy, sticky, real situations. Even me. Oh, sounds like the tech's getting what I'm going with this. Wait a sec, you don't go around getting her mixed up in things like that. Let's see, there are actually 4 routes, one of which is the diverging path from one of the others. So you're gonna try to do them all. Gotcha. So Seabee's gonna go for a 100% route, I guess. Let's see, I don't really have much else for this. Maybe a magazine clipping? Okay, Lada's no help. She's not help at all. She's not any good help at this. So I feel like this is gonna be very, very tough to do or whatever. No, you don't know about Edgeworth or Celeste. Alright, well, Powers, you're not much of a big help anyway. And she's not gonna help either. Edgeworth? Oh, wait. Dependent nature. I didn't see that. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Her attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste and Pax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? This is getting really dark. Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste and Pax, was gone forever, that's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? Pearl! After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. Oh man, and that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste and Pax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned to pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Oh my goodness. That poor woman. I feel so sorry for her though. No wonder she was so stern. She was just copying. That wasn't her own personality. She's just copying somebody else.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Von Karma.
Miss Von Karma?
What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you?
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Pearls?
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
He does have a little beard. Look at him. Look at that face. He does have a little beard.
Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl.
It's beeping. Oh no.
What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective, and with this, I know that fool's every move.
So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now.
Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews.
Yes?
Think hard about what we just discussed.
Understood. Did she just whip her? What? What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
Poor, I feel so sorry for her. Like, she lost her mentor. She lost a person she was probably in a relationship with, and now she has somebody whipping her around. We gotta find out her motive for murder, though. But let's see if she knows anything about Celeste. And somebody's at my door. Oh, apparently my food got here and I didn't even hear a thing. I didn't hear a squeak or a beep. Alright then,
Okay, I guess that works out. Oh, it's right there. Apparently, I was just blind the whole time. I just didn't see it coming. I never saw it coming. Alright, everybody, we gotta try to find out the truth. Let's go find out what's going on right in front of Franziska. She's just watching us do this right now. He'll be fine, though. What's the motive? Why was Juan Kurita murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions? Oh, now it tells me it arrived. Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Kurita. You were not that close? That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You were not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. What about this magazine? You and Mr. Kurita had an intimate relationship, did you not? You had that hot gossip right there. You were in love, doing kissy faces at each other. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on the good side. And in any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me, need to get close to Mr. Kurita? As if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Kurita for this person's sake? Da 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 da! Celeste Impact's your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? We got through Miss Impact. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Kurita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a future third-rate tabloid. Why, thank you. I would love to do that in the future. If this streaming thing never works out, I can just work as a muckraker. Can I work as a muckraker, everybody? The sloth who became the muckraker. What is a muckraker anyway? That sounds really disgusting, though. Pixels by Muck. Mucks by Night. There we go. That's my new channel name, Mucks by Night. I can become a personal muckraker to anybody. I mean, I can be a muckraker as a sloth, I guess. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death, none. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Oh, you weren't completely at ease. Wait, that didn't work? It wasn't the shock? Huh, let's see. You were not completely at ease. Oh, the suicide note. Her suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with him. I've sat by quietly. Okay, hold on everybody. Can you just all look at her face real quickly? I gotta put the food that I just got away in a warm place so it doesn't freeze. Sloth, you're up. Stream for me, please. I just had to put my stuff away real quick because I don't want to end the stream and come back to cold food, I guess. Alright. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you'd like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impax was someone very special to you. The part 2. You nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie. Or as Edgeworth would say, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding the note. You heard about it and thought to recover from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was, why was the victim killed? Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Miss Andrews did it? It's true, I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I pushed against all that though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews? This one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? No! Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her note, and that someone was Juan Kurita. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everything. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Kurita to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. My goodness, I really feel sorry for her. Like, I really feel bad. Like, no. Why are things getting worse? Miss Andrews had been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. Just something to fiddle around with. What is it? It looks like a seashell? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. On Guard in your capable hands. In my capable hands, only mine. Hold on, gotta get a sip of that water. Well, I think we've gathered all about we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and she's been walking all over the place with me today. I feel so sorry for this girl right here. She's been through the worst. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh no, I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. Pearls, no. She's gotta stop. She's overworking herself and she's only like 8. She's 8. So what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Oh no. Mr. Nick, the transceiver! Hello? Wright and Co. Law offices? Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. What did you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis, ask my sis. Maya, Maya! Ay, cut me off. Mystic Maya said ask my sis, didn't she? Sis, what does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Maya's here! I have a message from Maya. So come, ask me anything you want about her. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much info about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Oh man, this really stinks. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't gonna kill me. I'm not gonna die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Oh wait, am I playing as her right now? Wait, what? There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. There's a note. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. Drat, it's locked. Oh, but this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here. Wait, that's it! This shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried.
Is it really that easy to escape? To be continued? Wait, what do you mean to be continued?
I gotta find out what happened!
No! Don't do this to me! Trial!
No, where's Maya?
No! That's cruel.
Adrian did it?
Don't play the JoJo ending. Do. That's what it looks like.
Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that.
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you.
A mountain of evidence?
I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
Well, it's almost time.
Oh, Mia's still here.
We must get a complete acquittal today.
I know, but I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
It's him. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win today's contest. If you please. Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present? It's something that explodes! Evidence!
Hey, what's this evidence here? A doll! Ah! It blew up on me! Mr. Lawyer, dude, who was that?
No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, did your nose just get longer?
No, it just stretches out like that. That evidence is a bomb. That bomb is an evidence. That court is a bomb. This court is a bomb. Boom! Court starts. Boom! Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Wait, where's Von Karma? I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor, Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an... What? 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 Shot? Somebody shot her?
Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about.
His present!
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. You're... I thought he'd show up. My man. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally. Then get to the side, Edgeworth! He's back! Yeah! Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges that prosecution. Right.
I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my... I found the answer! By the time this case comes to an end, you two will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Why is Gumshoe like that? Witness, your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge. No! Why is everything getting more sad? I don't want Gumshoe to get fired. He's a good guy. Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Let's see this answer. The bare facts of this case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Awards ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Really? Huh. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. We'll help to find out what's going on here. With the bare facts. The grisly bare facts. And just in case, I'm gonna save just in case. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6. It ended around 8. And then there was a short break. Special charge. Ask Prince for help. Well, welcome, Prince. What's going on with you? I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. If I need it. If I choose to need it. Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Massive headache? I've had a massive headache yesterday. It was bad though, but would you really want to hear my voice while having a headache though? My voice has been known to be screechy, scratchy, scritchy, scratchy, and ear piercing. I'm kidding though. Imagine if that was true though. You come into my stream and it's like, hey everybody, ah! It just bothers you a lot. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the pro ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body. Oh my goodness, everybody's ready to help me out if I get lost. Alright, when I get there, we'll get there. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, sir. Pal. Your hope based on experience? Well, one's got the experience, and one's got the walkthrough. You two make a duo in helping me out. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana. Banana. Remember when Mr. Wellington loved giant bananas? Remember that case? Now we're back with the banana. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped around tightly around his neck, sir. Yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty prince on our hands here. The only Phoenix Wright game you played was Wright versus Layton? I mean, we have to get through this game, then we have Trials and Tribulations, then we have Apollo Justice, then we have Miles Edgeworth, and we have Miles Edgeworth 2, then we have Layton versus Wright, then we have Apollo Justice, then we have Dual Destinies, then Spirits of Justice, then Ace Attorney 7 whenever that comes out. Alright, so the autopsy report just got updated. Let's see, let's check out that autopsy report. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Man, somebody strangled somebody with their own scarf. You said Apollo twice. Yes, Prince, I play Apollo Justice first, and then I play it again to realize what's going on. And Ace Attorney 2 isn't localized investigations, but it is fan translated. I can play the fan translated version though. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. I could play the fan translation of Investigation 2. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar, and we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Not on Twitch? Wait, what do you mean not on Twitch? I can't play it on Twitch? I swore somebody streamed it though. You cannot use pirated software. I swore somebody streamed it though. Or maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe I've gone crazy then. Oh, I see. So much for my theory then. That's the later entries of Ace Attorney. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. While somebody may have, it's not legal. So Prince, what you're trying to say is, you're trying to protect me from getting banned. Is that it though? I don't want Pixel to get banned. If I want Pixel to get banned, it'd be him cursing up a storm 20 seconds in a row. And then that will be it. So you mean he forgot to put up the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was out on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. It's the DMCA. DMCA. Come on down to the DMCA. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his banana. Then, after the victim was dead. Prince, I know what the DMCA is. I'm just making fun of things. I can't have fun here. Fine. I'm done for the day. This is my full oh my goodness, you can see my room. Nobody needs to say that. Nobody needs to see my room right there. Aren't emulators sorta against that too? Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect them. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. However, there is something I can do. While you'd say it's a gray area. Oh, I guess we're moving on to the next witness testimony. Why arrest Edelgard? Matt Edelgard. Because of Fire Emblem, I almost keep mistaking On Guard for Edelgard. By a Japanese version of the game cartridge. I mean, I could play that, but aren't the DS... No, wait, the DS is... The DS and 3DS, aren't they... What is it? They're locked. They're region locked. Matt Enguard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja's costume and found in Mr. Enguard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. It was golden. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. The DMCA also allows you to own a digital copy of the game. Endogard. CB, I love that. Endogard. Mr. Endogard. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. There we go. On Endogard's fingerprints. And there's this button that was found in the detective's clothes, wasn't it? So, I can use an emulator of the English translation within confines of the law while owning the actual Japanese cartridge. Wow, that's crazy though. Nani? It was found in Enguard's hakama, covered in blood. So, if it was ripped out, did he bleed from it though? But if you lose or get rid of the physical cartridge, I must delete the emulation by law. My goodness. Prince knows everything about the law, though. Prince is the law. Hakama has the flared pants. I feel like Prince is just giving me all the good tips right here. Phoenix in Japanese was naruhodo, which means something. And Japanese pants. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Edgeworth is back, baby. He's back. Let me simplify it. Please, I need to simplify it for my baby brain. But in terms of popularity, Mr. OnGuard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. OnGuard and everything. This year it seemed like he finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Corrida lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. But yeah, let me say this though. No, Prince, I understand what you mean. I know what it all means. I do appreciate you trying to explain it to me, but I know about the stuff. I know about it. But yeah, I don't think I'll be playing the Miles Edgeworth games anytime soon. Oh, you're talking to CB. Hey, Pixel Dog, you just came on time. You came on time to see me walk away, isn't that right? They thought the other guy was in his way. That's enough motive in his book. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. OnGuard was beating Mr. Corrida in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means that he had no motive to kill at all. Ooh, he's got a point there. Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective, it's not, well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. Ooh. Oh, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I look forward to your pension negotiations. Man, he's gonna be paying to go to work next time. Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony. We don't care about your finance issues. No, not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you get all your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. Hey, Alex, what's going on? Oh, what about what I was saying? Hello, anyone? Hope you're having a wonderful day night, Alex. Fun fact, Gumshoe's first ever salary was $5. Oh, goodness. Pixel Dog, thank you for filling my sloth stocking. He'll eat that later. I love the new sloth now. I love the new sloth hanging around, holding a stocking. It's so cute. I'm asking you if you ever had any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Rest in peace, Bit Sloth. I mean, he's holding in his stocking because people were saying, does the sloth choke? I don't want people thinking the sloth chokes, so now he holds it in his stocking to munch on later like a snack. I mean, but in the future, I will probably commission somebody to have, like, a plate and a sloth holding his claws at the plate, like, trying to get the bits or something, or, like, trying to slide it down his mouth or something. Alex, if you have to go in a bit, why did you come here in the first place? I don't understand anything, okay? Thread. The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously, and that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it, they're a perfect match, pal. Also, congrats on 8,002 subs. We can say 8,000, because if somebody unsubscribes, it's gonna be 8,001. Congrats on 8,001, 8,000, 7,999, 7,998, and go on and go on and go on. The Pixel is over party continues. But thank you though. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida, and then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? What's he talking about? All over the knife too. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Let's see, Master. We'll be plagued with 10,000 years of darkness. Student, really 10,000 years? Master, well, 9,802 years. We just rounded it up. You forgot where that came from. That is quite the rounding, though. The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There was no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So was the defendant the owner of this knife? Shaolin Showdown! Oh my goodness! I remember that cartoon with the yellow little kid Oni. I remember that show. It was on 4Kids. There is no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. I remember waking up Saturday mornings to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and all that. It was so cool. I really enjoyed it. And Kirby. Can't forget about Kirby. If the prosecution can prove it wasn't premeditated murder, we're done for. There's something very interesting about what the detective just said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. Right back at ya. Yeah. Let's see, we're in a world for trouble. We gotta find our enemy's weakness and find something at that last part about premeditated murder. Dang it, I messed up again. I thought the premeditated murder was in red. There we go. Alright, Alex, thanks for coming by for the 2 minutes you were here. Bye-bye. Let's see. He bought the knife for the crime, but how can he buy the knife if it was at the Gatewater? I'm gonna try this, though. Objection! Yeah, how can he buy it? It's a Gatewater knife. Nani? So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand. That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Nani? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. Oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Ooh, we got you there. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What?
No. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property.
Just talk like Papyrus from now on?
There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough to not realize this.
But I didn't know. Oh. You hate how Edgeworth and Von Karma have the same theme? I mean, this theme kind of fits Edgeworth's return. It's like Edgeworth's back. Edgeworth is back. I just feel like it's his triumphant theme that he's back after so long. Where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Kurita's room. No. Sorry, Your Honor. But you're an idiot. You are an idiot. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, that's why the song is called The Great Revival. They should have just called it The Great Edgeworth. Edgeworth is back, baby, in all caps. It should be called Edgeworth in caps. Edgeworth. I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There's a knife and a fork on the table! A place for Franziska and Manfred von Karma. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? Oh, really? Cool to know, Prince. You got all the tidbits, don't ya? That's awesome. If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Oh, there's a knife missing! Oh, wait. An hour has passed, everybody. Time to stretch it out. If they have the same theme, does Edgeworth has a whip? I don't think Edgeworth doesn't need a whip. He needs no whip. He's a man who needs no whip, okay? He needs no whip. It works for Franny, but not Manfred. Hold on. Also, along with stretching, make sure you get a sip of water. Stay hydrated, everybody. Stay hydrated. Wait, in investigations, 13-year-old Franny uses a right. Wait, we get to see. Wait, we get to see young Franziska, and she uses a riding crop. A riding crop. What? Oh my goodness! A riding crop! In Miles Edgeworth Investigations, yes. Oh my goodness, that's so cute and a riding crop is like a tiny little whip you use on a horse. It's like you slap on a horse's butt to make him go faster. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah! It's a horse whip, basically. A tiny little horse whip. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. I mean, I carry a knife wherever I go to. I go to everywhere and I go with a knife. I could be like, oh, hey, best buddy, what's going on? I visit everybody with a knife. It's a Lurf rod with a loop at the end to cause the most pain / sensation. Sensation? Oh! And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. You don't hit a horse to hurt it, and you don't hurt a horse to hit it. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction, you brilliant, 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 brilliant man. It seems like Edgeworth had this planned out from the beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honest time. Everybody look at Edgeworth Smug's face for a bit. I'll be right back in a second. Give me a second. Well, Pixel Dog got my attention with the 15 bits, thank you very much. Alright, Edgeworth Smug Face. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown. He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna say, let me save your honor. Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? What if I say I don't? This has to be another trap. Better if I don't say anything than risk throwing out a bad piece of evidence. Looks like the defense isn't saying a peep on this one, which means this court is adjourned. Phoenix, we will lose this case if you give up here. So you had better show the judge something quick. Slow down, we all know I have a tendency to be wrong more than... I can't even say it. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Power ready. Oh no, his ability is about to be activated. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance, because I love you. What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. We're all getting our curtains cut. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? Let's see. Oh my goodness, you see that bar up there? That bar up there. If I present the wrong one, that's it. It can't be the crime photo. It can't be the autopsy report. Not the button, not the knife. It could be the suicide report. Sorry, Wright, but this time your bluffing steered you wrong. Ah! It wasn't the suicide report. Leia, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Give me another chance, stream. Give me another chance. Sorry, I hit the mic. The mic is like so close and so big, basically. The badge, you're right. Right, you are completely right. It was the badge. Ah!
It wasn't the badge.
How was it not the badge? I deserve to be whipped right now. Oh no, Francisca's here. Somebody stop her. She's whipping everybody from the hospital room. Imagine she's just whipping everybody in the hospital room right now. Let's see. There's important evidence here. Wait. There's water, but only on the top. It appears it. I'm gonna try the guitar case. No. Dang it. One more chance. Just one more chance, stream. Just give me one more chance. Just like the judge does. He always gives me one more chance. Let's see. Something that I can use. Wait. Dang it. Okay. Assistance, please. Oh no, I don't want to save here. No thanks. Alright, I can use assistance. What is this important evidence I can use here? Before I keep on trying and trying and trying. The glass? Oh my goodness. That was gonna be my next choice. Found next to the victim, no sign has been drank, but we just have a random glass. Prince, it's okay, Prince. I did ask for help, okay? But yeah, if you want to do hints, it's fine, CB, thank you though, I appreciate it. The glass, that was my next thing. This is the glass, is it not? Please look at the photo at the crime scene one more time. It looks very delicious, doesn't it? The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor, his wig been snatched. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on the top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. It's wine, but due to censorship, it's tomato juice. Oh yes, I gotta drink my tomato juice right now. Drink up, everybody, to tomato juice. The only thing that had not been fallen over with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. Nani? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. Puppy dog eyes? Why the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews for example, she could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. She comes into the murder. Oh my goodness! And I gotta set this glass because I'm shaking from shock everywhere. Boom! There! Glass is set! She's so shocked that she perfectly sets down this glass of tomato juice filled to the top, like, there we go. Now I can freak out. Oh my god, she's dead! That whole time right there. That glass is so important. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? There's no way! If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory.
We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. I thought it was a glass. You've turned the situation on its head yet again as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I'd never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? Does he really have evidence about the glass? You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one. Well, whose were they? The evidence is evident. Oh, they're Adrian's fingerprints. Ugh. By the way, I like this music here where it's like do 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 do. By the way, like, I can't wait till we finish this game because I can't wait to hear new music in Trials and Tribulations. I can't wait. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Trials by Tribulations will give your ears a nice feeling. Gotcha. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita.
I'm so shocked. Let me put this down. Now I'm shocked.
But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. Look how shocked she was. That is the face of a shocked person. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now, do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. No. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Wait, so basically I would have lost right there, right then, but Edgeworth is like, no. Because he's on the side of truth now. He's not on the side of winning. He's always about finding the truth now ever since that fourth case. My man has changed into a better man, and he still looks young as ever. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? What in the world? Who's the next witness? Oh no. He's only 26? He's the same age as I am. I'm 26. Holy heck. Edgeworth. He's 25 in this game. Holy heck, he looks friggin' handsome at 25. Oh boy. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Ah! Ugh!
Gotcha.
Gah! I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. The Wicked Witch of the East, brah! I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm gonna tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime, Edgy boy. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Well, she shot oh, he hoofed. Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. It's true what they say that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something.
But not me, I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corrida. But those two were the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard, mad on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room with a fork. So Mr. On Guard came out from the victim's room. See, it has to be him. He's the murderer. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, let's do it. She's lying somewhere. She has to be. She's gotta be. She's always lying. She's a liar. She always lies. That ray gun is a lie detector, and it's being blasted on her the whole time. Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night? The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show, but I refused to help, I'll have you know. It was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails. Oh my goodness, maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on. Oldbag would have been causing a murder right there. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door? There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Something you were interested in. And just what was that? It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. Ah, and Edgy Poo too, of course. Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to our testimony later. It looks like we shouldn't force it right now. And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time? Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. Oh, then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corrida's room? I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am. Yes, well, that will explain why your age was not included in the report. Wait a minute. Wait, what the? What? They don't keep her age? Goodness. In any case, she'll outlive everybody. The witness then saw someone, correct? That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. Who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The judge, if he ever appears in the public record, he has question marks as his age too? Oh my goodness. Yes, he was? I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud. I love how Oldbag and the judge are ageless. They'll outlive everybody in the world. If they can't, they can die if they don't have an age to present, right? Oh, you've been waiting for dinner and it's not coming, Prince? What did you order? Did you order food? What'd you order? It was on guard, mad on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. 12 hours is making you cranky? You haven't eaten in 12 hours, Prince? The hay? Oh, gotcha. You're waiting. Really? Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? But you're kinda done. You're kinda done with me? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. The clothes. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now what was it? Oh, it was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. He was wearing that at the detention center too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men. Right. So, Mr. Wright, if you can't get the food to come to you, then you go to the food and make it yourself. CB with the big brain. It's big brain time. I would say it's very important. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Edgeworth doesn't think so. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please. Well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must... He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all for show. Oh! How could he be wearing a racing jacket if the button was found in his Hakama? Miss Oldbag. What? Don't say my name for no reason. Do you know what this is? A Mentos! It's button number 2 on the Jammin' Ninja's costume? Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance. Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. Well, she really is a die-hard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Unguard's body during a full body search. See? The sloth is dead. This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was that rascal Unguard. He was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakama pants. See? And Unguard is the nickel samurai. Witness, now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Unguard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, then maybe you think I'd be the gorgeous woman ever. But then I have to wear this ridiculous looking outfit. This outfit is hideous, right? I got a tape recorder. It's heavy, so heavy I wish I switched CDs years ago. But I keep it that dream of life for all those kids out there. I work hard with a smile on her face. Now take a good look in the mirror. Your clothes are about interesting and documentary and curly. Edgy's got style, you know. Edgy's got style. Edgy's got grace. Edgy's got a handsome face. Was not Mr. Unguard the man, but Mr. Unguard the nickel samurai. But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway. Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about. Edgy Poo, do you think so? Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one signed, not you. We're just getting farther into this. Getting farther. On guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would be convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Oh yes, I love stabbing people in my cosplay right now. I do it right now. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist. Youngin today, I told you, there is no way it was anyone else. How do you know that? Because I said so, and what I say is the truth. At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Oh boy, this is gonna be so much fun, I tell you guys. Unguard, yes I remember. Unguard. Is this being played on Steam? CB, this might shock you. It's on the Switch. Watch your language, young man. What sort of tone is that to take with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, so you should forgive me for everything. Hold on, I'm curious. For all the hours I've streamed so far, wow, I played this for over 45 hours and I'm on the second game. There's an achievement you get on Steam. For what exactly? She'll start singing. What? A striking figure by the sea, standing all alone is he. He's the Nickel Samurai. So Princess back to waiting. So Mr. Edriff, can you please do something about this racket? Your mother's tortoise freaked you out? You got freaked out by a tortoise? Okay, you promise, right? Wait, I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth. Old chum. Gave him pellets and he swallowed one whole. The pellet is as big as his neck. Wow. I just imagine a tortoise going... Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket. And now he's not. He swallowed it no problem. That is quite the tortoise. Then let me ask you this. When you were itty bitty, what was your grand dream? To become a pirate and go to the Grand Line. What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Well, I, wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what? See? And look where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Well, what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. False, he wanted to be an artist. I think he meant young, like when he was 5 or something. But wait, he wanted to be an artist? Really? Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? The achievement is called Judge Wagner. So if I get the Judge Wagner thing, I get an achievement just for finding that out? Judge Wagner? I love that name. Major in art, minor in law. That's funny right there. That way no one can see his face, of course. But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume will make him stand out all the more. You are such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say. Isn't that what you're always doing to me? I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. Wait till you see the law school and Dual Destinies. The law school. It's so questionable, it gets 3 quotes. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly jester thing. And that included the Jammin' Ninja. Of course it included him. It's got an art room. For a law school. I don't know if you heard that, but my neck cricked and you can hear a big old crack. I didn't give it a second thought. Oh, I see. Well, anyway. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai. As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning? And they teach archery? In law school. I love that though. Oh wait, is it? Wait, there's one big contradiction in here. The whole stabbing poor Juan though. If he was wearing the costume, his fingerprints wouldn't have shown up on the knife. But that kind of puts me in a bad spot though. Yeah, so it's a knife, big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That's exactly what I'm driving at. And a journalist club in law school? There's not even law school. What the hey? What are we driving? Whose car are we driving? If Mr. Onguard was really in a Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder. CB, you gotta go to sleep? Alright, CB. Have a good night. That is impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on his knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh, that's right, the Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Wait, why? And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There is no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. He saves. Edgeworth could grab the moon out of the sky with how far he reaches. Wow. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. I love how Pixel Dog just goes straight to bye. It's like, alright Pixel, you're boring, bye. I know he didn't say I'm boring. I know I didn't. That's joke, big joke. But yeah, see ya, Pixel Dog. Thanks for coming to the stream. Let's see. Think about it one more time. I think I need a little more time on this one. So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. Pixel Dog, I'm joking though. I'm joking. You have a good night, okay? I guess I can't joke anymore. My jokes are bad, I get it. My jokes are horrible. I'm not a jokester. Although I am a fool, though. Let's see here. He had no intention when coming in, but then he had intention later. Let's see, if there was evidence against this, what could it be, though? It could be over the suicide note or something like that. Were there no problems or what? Are there any problems with his theory? I'm gonna go with no. I can't see any real problems with his theory. But if you let Edgeworth's theory stand, then we're one very large step closer to guilty. Okay, we gotta go with it. I gotta think then. Alright, let me get this straight. I only have one choice. This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ungar was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. Without intent, but what intent would that be, though? Oh, wait. I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. What could it be, though? I mean, I could present this, but I don't think that'll work, though. Prince, you got any ideas? Oh, I'll listen to opinions, because I'm kind of lost right now. I'm lost right now. Wasn't a key theory about what he supposedly brought. You mean the knife, though? Wait. Oh, because it was from Mr. Onguard's room. It was from his room. He brought it over, right? This knife, this was used by Mr. Ongard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurita, I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. Wait, I'm just going against myself. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Didn't I just dig my hole even deeper? Your theory was flawed from supposition 1.
And one more thing, if the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, proving yourself wrong, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprint shouldn't be all over like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Sorry if I'm like misjumbling up my words. Order, I say, order in the court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? Let's see, to hide the murder method. I mean, it could be to frame, I'm gonna say frame. It's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. To frame. And aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the samurai in costume, and if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on the knife. Ugh. Witness! Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo? Ugh. Witness, did you or did you not really see the samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Or are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the samurai, his character on TV? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the samurai, that's for sure. She wasn't waiting for the samurai. Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then? That's top secret to anyone outside of security. I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida, am I correct, witness? Huh. The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Oldbag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corrida. Maybe, Phoenix, maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. Oh. If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. Miss Old Bag, you were waiting around for this person to come out the victim's room, weren't you? Miss Adrian Enridos. Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is spicy stuff. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness, what in the world are you... Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I've got some info, some very secret info from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret. But what for? Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this, however, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about the secret info. Get ready. This is gonna take the wind out of you young guns. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old.
But I am right now.
I am 10 years old, you can hear from my voice. That On Guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to getting close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? No one else but you and me know yet, okay? And the entire court. The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court. What, no one's above gossip. And isn't there a saying? The truth is never pleasant. Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness, and beware of Prince's special power. It's at 82%. Be careful. Princess Cray.
That's right, On Guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth. Well, as the old saying goes, you've gotta burn old bags with fire. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. That On Guard is one evil man, I tell ya. I'm spilling that tight evil. You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander. But it's true. That woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Miss AA. But the name of the magazine this came from is Gossip Land. What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? Oh, what do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% true. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. Discriminate? When did I do anything like that? Anyway, On Guard will never get me to say touche. Touche! He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So the gossip is 100% true and news is 100% lies. And Pixels by Night is 100% both. You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days? No, I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. Well, that On Guard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. So to do that, he sent his own manager to getting close with Juan. You don't have any proof that Mr. On Guard did any such thing. You must be suffering from shock, the shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right. You're right. I can't do anything, but boy, do I wish I could do something about you. Alright then, Sonny, show me what you've got. Can you show me proof that On Guard didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? I don't have anything to offer. See, just as I thought. And you were lecturing me about saying things without proof. You've just given me a free pass to say whatever I want, whenever I want, silly boy. Me and my big mouth. That's the way the cookie crumbles, for you anyway. Hold on, wait, could it be for the suicide note? It could be. I'm gonna try that though. I'm gonna give that a shot though. I'm not gonna let you push me around that easily. Yeah, there's many a man who said those exact words and paid dearly for them. Well, maybe you should brace yourself this time. Here's my proof that Mr. On Guard did not hold any ill will towards the victim. No ill will. No ill will. It's not gonna work, I know that for sure. I know. It wasn't gonna work. So, what do you mean by it took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was gonna capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you young'uns need. You were gonna teach her a good lesson? I was gonna make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, stop! Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night. Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay? Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time is over with the kids. Secret info that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know the secret info? Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole in my brain, you'll never find out. How in the world did that old bag get such a secret piece of info? Let me press further. If you don't be a good girl and tell me where you got the secret info, you won't get to go home today. Edgy Poo, what are you gonna do? Help me. What do I have to do with this? Just do this for me. You'll get your reward. I don't want your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice. The witness could have gotten her info from anywhere. It's even possible that it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head. And he lectures me on reckless babbling? Reckless babbling? As long as we don't know where this info came from, It's quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning. Where did old bat get her inside info? There has to be something I can use to figure it out. Oh, wait a minute. Secret info? Oh my goodness. It could be from the tabloid article from the camera. Wait. Oh wait, I'm supposed to present first. I'm supposed to press. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. There we go. I'm supposed to present evidence at this part when she knows about the secret info, but Lada probably knows about this info more than her. Press the wrong thing again. I keep going too fast. I gotta stop doing that. Let's try this again and not go way too fast. Alright, let's do it. We're gonna present evidence. Here we go. So no one else is supposed to know this secret info, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that. Witness? I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? This camera. The investigative photographer Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing. On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless? Ah, that's it. That's the note. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy! Welcome back, Prince. Then you're the one who took Mrs. Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said to herself, "On guard, I'm his sidekick." She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Magipoo, you believe me, don't you? Ugh. I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? No. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness, you said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? Stole? Why did you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all. You're lying, dang it, and I can prove it! Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Heck yes, we are. Miss Oldbag, I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Miss Oldbag, that note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me." Why, witness! What is it, Gramps? If you have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too. Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for? Ah, that's... What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people. I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card and that's when I noticed it said, "Slimebag celebrity, photographer extraordinaire." That's nearly grand theft. Yeah, she's committing larceny right now. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a security guard. It's my business to know these things. By stealing. Bailiff, check this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once. Okay, cool. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There is only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it. Oh, come on, that's just like case 2 of the first game right there. This is just like case 2 of the first game. Oh yeah, it's the Steel Samurai, but we're back with Nickel Samurai. It's not Powers in the suit, but this time it could be somebody else. See, I told you that's the guy I saw. This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. What does this all mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ungar clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in the samurai costume. If that is the case, then the samurai is the defendant. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I will put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, let's take a look at it. I mean, I'm gonna try finding something strange with it because we have to. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Should it be that saggy? Look, they're saggy. The pant legs, they're sagging. It's not sagging in the photo. It's a shorter person inside. I knew this was coming. Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there is nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Well, debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Yes! Bring out the bunker buster! They just roll in the giant bunker buster. Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? It's wearing the glove. There's that thing sticking out of it. There is that glove. Wait, could it be this glove sticking out of him? Could it be the legs? It's either the glove, the thing out of there. I was on the right track earlier. Is it the thing sticking out right here? Is it the glove sticking out, Prince? Is that what I'm looking for? Because I thought maybe it's a shorter person doing it early. The glove! The glove! If the fingerprints were on, why would he still have the gloves on then? So gloves. No. Legs. Legs. You're the legs, right? I was on the legs. I was on the right. I was on the right track earlier. It's a shorter person. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. Prince, I'm pretty sure you were like, wait, Pixel actually got it right. Wait, why is he going off track? Why is he going way off track? Pixel, you're going off the deep end. Stop. I'm sorry. I thought because the thing is, when the chat popped up, I thought you said I was on the right track when I was pointing around the top. But what I was pointing out earlier was the right part. If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai poster. You see socks. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, unable to see the ankles means if it was a woman in there, she'd be properly dressed in... Oh, Prince, come on, what a joke. What a joke. What a joke. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume was clearly much shorter than the defendant. It was Pearl. Dark humor is a lot like food. You need it. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Oh, what is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just... Not everyone gets it. Like you, Prince, because you didn't get your food yet. He's just letting the trial run itself as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guarantee... Oh, you're eating now. Congratulations, Prince. You're getting a tummy ache. I'm so proud of you. I'm very proud of you that you're getting a tummy ache right now. Oh, no. I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all. Mr. Edgeworth, what does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not mad on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this. What? How? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not mad on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Oh. It's Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? I mean, the only other person it could be is... I mean... man, if only you could have dropped a hint about this earlier. Wait a minute, could it be Wendy Oldbag or could it be Adrian Andrews? Oh wait, you did. You said you did, but I don't. Is it lady number 1 or lady number 2? It's one of these ladies. Because AA is being very weird, but she has a motive, but it could be. Wait, really? It could be her? Could it really be her? I feel like you can man it. Prince, what the? I feel like you can manage. I was right there. I was like Adrian Andrews. I had Adrian Andrews on the mind the whole time. But then you brought that up. Like, I feel like you can manage. I feel like you're on the edge. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Onguard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Onguard that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Onguard's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what is it you want? It is you want, right? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Oh, we're going there. It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day. Ah! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Oh no! What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court! Ugh! No! Now then! Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she's... I have her wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Is he... Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But... We cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development? Oh, stretch time. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. I have the power to stretch. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan. All according to Keikaiku, which means plan, by the way. What? You mean she's already summoned? What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. Really? She is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man? Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well, we will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. My goodness, this is insane. But we are gonna end it for tonight. Thank you all for coming to tonight's Justice for All stream. I have to go eat. So much has happened in these 2 hours though. We will continue more with this next week. Thanks for everybody who came and arrived and chatted and whatnot. You're all lovely. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night wherever you are. Until next time, everybody, I will be streaming on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.